Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Is this thing on? There we go. That's much better. Welcome back to another morning of trading with Dad Bod Trading. Most average trading you will ever see on YouTube. And that's the way we like it. We don't like all of these people that are like super hyper and otherworldly in their trading abilities. We want to be very average here. We want to be good at what we do, but we want to be average so that there's no intimidation and no feelings of failure or not being able to live up to these awesome standards of trading perfection. That's my excuse anyway, so thanks for being here this morning. This morning we are going to be taking a look at I'm going to keep it small today. Yesterday was a super crazy day. We had the Fed raising interest rates across the board, and there was an interesting phenomenon that happened. A very interesting phenomenon. And what we've had for the last couple months is a channel that's going trending downward, right? So this is a daily chart. Each candlestick represents the price action of one day. And ever since January, we have been in a downtrend. So 1, 2, 3 months, we have been trending downward. And we've had some ups and downs and that sort of thing, but pretty much it's been downward. And so most of that was because at the turn of the somewhere here in January, towards the end of January, we had news that the Fed was going to increase interest rates, which creates pressure on the stock market usually and makes the market go down. Whenever the Fed increases their the interest on their loans and whatnot, then that's bad for businesses, right? Nobody likes an interest hike. I mean, if you have a credit card bill and your interest goes from the introductory APY percentage of 0% for the first year, and then it jumps up to like 23.6% or something like that. Nobody likes that. That's horrible, and you start getting charged interest if you don't pay it off every month and that sort of thing. Well, obviously, not everybody is paying off all of their debt, and so when the Fed increases the interest rates, that means they bring in more revenue, which is good for the government and certain aspects of the economy, but not good for everybody. Anyway, that being said, we had they were planning on doing that to help fight inflation. Great, that helps with inflation. It's kind of like a balancing act. They have to hike up the rates to help fight inflation, supposedly. But when they do that, it hurts the stock market, which is a very big part of the economy. Anyway, so you had that happen, and of course, when everybody that has positions in the stock market, when they hear that the Fed is going to be increasing interest rates, they panic and they start getting out of their positions because they know what's coming. They know that there's going to be a big drop. So we had a whole bunch of, for the last 2 months, the Fed was like, we're going to do it. We're going to do it probably in March, blah, blah, blah. I think they had a little bit of I don't quite remember if they did. Did they? No, I think this is the first time that they actually implemented it, but they've been talking about it. Now, one of the reasons we had a big crash towards the end of February was there were these big rumors about the possibility of the Fed not increasing the interest rate by 1 point like they were planning, but possibly 3, 4, 5. There were all of these fear-mongering forecasts about what the Fed is going to do. And so that rumor affected the price of the market and caused it to go down. So the market was already prepared for a huge interest hike. We had the president yesterday was talking. He had a speech about Ukraine and how much how much the U.S. is helping Ukraine. When he started talking, the market tanked as he talked, and I think it's just hilarious that pretty much any time he talks, you'll notice that the market kind of tanks. So do with that what you will. But anyway, then they got into the Fed news of them hiking the interest rates. So that's what happened here at, what is this? 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Time. And everybody was like, oh, shoot, here it comes. But then it was revealed that the Fed wasn't going to increase the interest rate any more than what they had originally planned, which was 1 point, I believe. I should really look that up. Don't quote me on that because I didn't actually look it up, but I know that I don't remember the exact amount, but I know that it was basically the original amount. So, like I said, the market had already priced in. It is prepared for this 2, 3, 4 point hike, and it didn't happen. So when everybody realized that happened, we actually had a huge rebound, and it doesn't look very dramatic on this chart, but I just want to point out the fact that why is this? Oh, okay. Sorry, Discord was doing something weird there. I want to point out the fact that it's rare for the SPY to move the amount that it did in both directions. Like, you'll have a huge day when it goes up, it goes down, but it's becoming a little bit more normal in the last 2 months. We've seen this. It's kind of unprecedented, but you have a huge drop, about 10 points, and then a rise of about, another 10 points. Yeah. It went all the way up to 437. So, that being said, overall, the federal government doing what it does with its bonds and its interest rates and blah, 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 ultimately should, air quotes, should help the economy. And that's another reason why, it should help the economy by combating inflation. How that works, I don't know exactly, but that's what it does. And I guess we'll just believe them because they're the experts, right? Whoever they are. So, I said all of that. We'll circle back here. I said all of that to say that I'm going to be really careful with my trading today because it was a super crazy day yesterday. And it could go either way. It could be another really crazy day today with tons of choppiness, or it could be a day where it's just a lot of consolidation. Who knows? So I'm looking forward to just sitting here watching. Very curious to see what the market does the day after an interest rate hike by the Fed. That's something that I'm looking forward to seeing what it does. So, anyway, let's see. There was only one thing on the scan this morning that was half interesting to me. Dollar General, their spread is usually horrible on their options. Plus, there's not a whole lot of volume. Gold, I don't know. Not terribly interested in it. This has quite a bit of volume, but there's no change. It's a Chinese stock. who knows what's going to happen with Chinese stocks. We might take a peek at Baba here. Had a really good day yesterday. How about JD? These are the ones I should have been watching yesterday. Yeah, look at that. Nice. That's beautiful. Could see a red to green kind of a thing on these. But anyway. Oxy. We have resistance here. Up there. So kind of in a no man's land right here between two channels. We have a channel up here, and we have a channel down here, and we are right smack dab in the middle. So keep an eye on this. I don't know. It's kind of just, there's not fantastic news for it. It's an oil play, I believe. Yeah, Occidental Petroleum. Warren Buffett bought a whole bunch of shares. So whoop-de-doo, you know. It's a good sign if you're planning on holding it for, 20 years, because that's what he does. I would like to check something out here. Okay. Yeah, so I think that I'm going to go ahead and just wait on this. I thought about trying to get back into the airline swing trade idea, but that's gone. That's gone. I mean, the entry for that would have been 2 days ago, unfortunately, and could have taken profits into the close yesterday. But hey, today is kind of one of those days when there's a whole bunch of companies that are opening up right below the closing price. So, you could look for a bunch of red to green moves. They're opening red and could cross into the green zone as they go over yesterday's closing price. So, yeah, we could potentially be looking at that. Looking for that, I should say. But otherwise, we're going to look for our patterns. Let me check. Let me grab Evernote here. Here. Yeah. Okay, so again, these are the patterns we're going to look for. Of course, these don't always show up, and they don't always do exactly what these depict them doing, especially not this clean, for sure. But yesterday we saw a couple falling wedges. We saw a double bottom. And we saw a bullish pendant, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to mute myself here. I'm going to do a couple other things here pretty real quick before the market opens. And then we're just going to wait and see our patterns develop. And we're going to be like hunters, waiting for our unsuspecting prey. So I'll be right back. And we're back. Oh, yes. So, AMD is just tanking, which is kind of awesome. We'll take a small position here. And our stop is the top of this candle here. So, and our goal is going to be probably around 1050.
Hola.
Well, yeah, it's not bad.
Hey. So we're trying a quick little gap strategy thing here that looks like it's probably not going to work, but figured I'd get off the porch and give it a shot. So
Where were the places?
Is it long or short?
Short.
Oh, there. I have a lot of red hair there.
Yeah. This is the thing that, like, about the gap strategies that it worked. Like, when it works really well. But when it doesn't work, it's like it doesn't work all the time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this meets all of the criteria for it, but, you know.
Brian's here. Sam, you need to comb your hair.
I didn't feed
How
her.
in the world?
I collected eggs yesterday.
Did this lady even walk in this dress? That's impossible.
She probably put it on there.
You have to have, or it's an attachment of some sort. Because that's just.
I saw this clip of, there was like a play of Frozen, and this lady was standing up on these stairs and she was singing Let It Go. And there was a lady behind the stage that was holding on to the hem of her dress. And no, when she went, let it go, let it go, and she dropped her arms down, and the lady jerked. It was a rip away dress, and she jerked it off, and she had the kind of dress that Elsa had on after that under there. It was really interesting. How I was like, oh, that's interesting. They made it like Elsa works.
We didn't break the high of the first candle yet, so that's where
The
our
eye
stop
of the
is.
tiger.
Eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight.
Oh wait, no, it's the eye of the tiger.
Isn't Joe Danny Boy actually
American?
Well, I don't think it's American either. It's like English or something.
No, I thought the Americans were. Well, its origin is disputed. Like they think it's American. I think. Okay, try to call Joe again.
Hey.
I did forget St. Patrick's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Happy St. Patty's Day. That's fun.
She is not answering, so maybe she had a doctor's appointment or Missy had that.
Not answering?
Yeah.
Man, what a battle here.
Someone has a welcome mat that says, "Welcome. Beware of wife, kids, and pets are also dangerous."
He doesn't have kids.
So the only reason I stayed in this over my stop is just because the greater market is still doing its weird channeling thing with huge candle wicks. So otherwise I would have stopped out there at 112.40. But I'm trying to give it a little bit of time here. Could be my undoing, but we'll see.
Maybe she's gonna try to go down there.
I wonder if she had a doctor appointment.
Second Green Day?
Could have. You got to call her the day before.
Third.
Or third. I don't know why I said
But
second.
the fuse
I meant
was breaking
add
out, so I'm probably going to get out here soon.
It's okay to pretend we're Irish on St. Patrick's Day. We pretend we're good on Christmas, don't we?
I think it's been at least 60 years on the property. We'll probably ever.
What?
it's funny.
Right? What did you do?
Little ferret.
Look at him.
Ferret?
No, I haven't.
Oh, is that so they're safe from their dogs?
I have no idea. It's just kind of creepy. Just, maybe also because it's fun for them. She can sleep all day or all night and then all day long. It's a dog's life. Grandma said that dogs need like 18 hours.
I've not been sleeping good. Just really restless.
I couldn't sleep last night. I finally came.
I can fall asleep okay, but it's usually like midnight before I can fall asleep. And then I just sleep so restless. I can wake up, I have dreams. Like all my dreams that our house was gonna burn out. Because there was a fire coming, like those big fires that sweep through. But yet the fire in my dream looked like a ditch fire. Burning grass. And we were like freaking out. It's gonna burn right toward us. We had time, so we were rushing around getting like family pictures and important things and loading them into the car. And then I was like, we have got to go because it was like right across the road. And then I woke up. But I was telling Abby that it wasn't our house. Like throughout my whole dream, it wasn't actually this house or even a third house. It was just a house, but it was our house. And she said that people say that when things like that happen, it's your
No, we're just waiting. Waiting to see what happens. Do. So choppy. Do do do. Do 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 do. Dum 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 dum. Oh, come on. Tried to get out of half of my position there on that dip, but didn't let me, so. Excuse me. Dum dum dum. Let's see what it does here. Spy is ripping pretty good. So is the Qs. So, I wish it would have let me take those profits down there. That was unfortunate. So I exited half of the position there at the top, just to be safe, and let the other half just kind of sit here. And if we break the high of the day, then I'm definitely getting out of this position. Yeah, that was kind of sucky. I tried to get out at the bottom there, but it didn't let me. So I don't know if it was slow internet or slow broker or what, but that was unfortunate. It's slightly frustrating. And there's our break of the high. So let's get out. Bummer. Well, that's sucky. Yep. Gap strategy. Didn't work. Well, guess we could go long on it. Wish we'd have gone long down here. Yeah, everybody's getting squeezed out now. What's Apple doing here? Tesla is pushing a bunch of stuff. That's part of the, yeah. Part of the, problem there. Let's grab a small position in Apple. It broke out of the resistance here, pre-market high, so that's good. It's going towards the red to green level, and naturally, once I get into it, I'm just gonna go back down. Ah, yes. All right, so I'm gonna actually let that do its thing for a while. It's a small position, so I'm not too concerned about watching him. Let it run for the day or so. And there's nothing else that really interests me. I mean, again, I wish I would have gone long on AMD, but hey, I guess all you can do is try your strategy. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. So, kind of frustrating, but yeah. So I'm going to go for now. I'm gonna head to work and try to get caught up there because kind of
Okay.
behind. So
Yeah, I've been muted because everyone has been talking, but now
That's
everyone is
fine.
gone. So.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, yeah, that was really sucky. That's 3 days in a row AMD hasn't worked for me. So I guess I should just leave AMD alone. I was probably revenge trading without knowing it. But yeah, oh well, whatever. Wonder what Apple's gonna do here. If we can get a nice red to green move, that would be awesome. So anyway, I'm going to hop off and get ready for work, and I'll see you later.
Um,
And thanks for joining me in this sometimes frustrating journey of trading, and I will talk to you later tomorrow.